Okay, stop everything. I need you to think about the last time your dog walked up to you with something in their mouth. Maybe it was a sock, maybe it was a shoe, maybe, and I truly mean this, it was something you couldn't even identify. You just stood there like, where did you even find that? We don't own that. And you probably laughed, maybe filmed it, sent it to the group chat, but here's the thing nobody told you. Your dog wasn't being random. Your dog was actually trying to tell you something. And once you understand what it is, you will never look at those little gift-giving moments the same way again. We're getting into all of it today. Stay with me. Welcome back. If you're a regular here, you already know we don't waste time, and I love you for that. You showed up, you're ready, let's go. Now, if you're not subscribed yet, no judgment, truly, you're probably the type of person who also skips the terms and conditions and then acts surprised later. It's fine, we all have our quirks. But somewhere between this video and the next one that completely changes how you see your dog, maybe hit that subscribe button. Just a thought, just a little thought I had. Now, back to your dog and their mysterious little deliveries. Because here's what's wild. This behavior that so many people laugh off or find annoying, it's one of the most emotionally loaded things your dog does. And depending on what they're bringing you and when they're bringing it, it means something completely different every single time. Let's break it down. First, let's just establish the foundation here, because this is where it gets genuinely heartwarming, and you need to be prepared for that. Your dog lives in a world where they cannot talk to you. They cannot text you, they cannot write you a note that says, "Hey, I missed you today, and I'm really happy you're home." They have none of those options. What they do have is their mouth, their body, and you, the most important person in their entire universe. So when your dog picks something up and brings it to you, at the most basic level, they are initiating contact. They are saying, "I want to be near you and I want you to notice me." That's it. That's the core of it. But, and here's where it gets layered, the what matters. Because your dog isn't just randomly grabbing things. Even when it looks random, there's a logic happening inside that furry little head of theirs that is so specific to you and your relationship with them. Think about it this way. Your dog watches you all day, every day. They know your routines better than your closest friends do. They know what you pick up, they know what makes you react, they know what smells like you, and they are choosing objects based on all of that information. So when your dog brings you your own sock, that's not chaos, that is a very deliberate choice. Your sock smells like you. They are bringing you you. They are saying, "I associate this with you, and I want to give you something." Tell me that's not the sweetest thing you've ever heard. I'll wait. Okay, so now that we've got the foundation, let's get specific. Because your dog brings things to you in different contexts, and each context tells a different story. When you come home and they sprint to grab something before greeting you, you've seen this, right? You walk through the door, and instead of immediately jumping on you, your dog does a frantic lap around the house, grabs the nearest thing, toy, sock, remote control, and then comes to greet you. Here's what's happening. Your dog is so overwhelmed with excitement and emotion that they don't know what to do with it. They need an outlet. Grabbing something gives their mouth something to do so they don't full body explode. But they also want to greet you properly, and somehow in their dog brain, showing up with a gift feels like the right thing to do. They are essentially hosting you in their own home that they share with you, but the gesture is real. They want to honor the moment of you coming back. When they bring you a toy and just stand there, this one has layers. If they're wagging their tail and bouncing, they want to play. Easy read. But if they bring you a toy and just hold it, looking at you with those eyes, that is an offering. That toy is precious to them. It's one of their most valued possessions, and they are handing it to you. That is trust in physical form. Some dogs do this specifically with their absolute favorite toy, the one they guard, the one they sleep with, and the fact that they're giving it to you means you are at the very top of their world. You are safer than their toy. You are worth more to them than their favorite thing. If your dog has ever done this to you and you didn't fully register what was happening, go hug them right now. I'm serious. Go do it and come back. When they bring you random household objects. Okay, so this is where people get confused because the objects seem so arbitrary. A TV remote, a shoe that isn't even theirs, a rock from the backyard, a crinkled piece of paper. But here's the thing. Your dog has watched you interact with these objects.
They've seen you pick up the remote and sit down. They've seen you put on your shoes before you leave. They've connected dots between objects and your behavior, and now they're using those objects as a form of communication. Your dog brings you your shoes. They might be telling you they want to go outside. They bring you the remote. They've watched you relax when you hold it, and they want you to relax right now. They bring you a rock. Honestly, they thought it was cool, and they wanted you to think so too. That's just love. When they bring you things when you're sad or stressed, pay close attention to this one because it's gonna hit different. Your dog reads your energy. Not perfectly, not like a therapist, but they feel when something is off with you. And when they sense you're not okay, some dogs will go find something and bring it to you. Not because they know it'll fix anything, but because giving is the only tool they have. They're doing the dog equivalent of showing up at your door with takeout when you've had a rough week. They can't fix your problem, but they can give you something, so they do. If your dog has ever done this to you during a hard moment, you were being comforted, genuinely and completely comforted by an animal who loves you so much they tried to help with a sock.
Here's the part most people don't think about. Your response to these moments is actively shaping your dog's behavior, and not in a rigid training manual kind of way, in a real relationship building kind of way. When your dog brings you something and you light up, you smile, you laugh, you make a big deal of it, your dog files that away immediately. That worked. They loved it. I'll do it again. And so the behavior grows. When you ignore it, they might try a different object next time. When you scold them for bringing something they shouldn't have touched, they get confused because in their mind, they were doing something generous. They were giving, and now they're in trouble for it. This doesn't mean you can't correct the behavior if they're grabbing things they shouldn't, but the impulse behind it, the desire to bring you something, to connect with you, to give to you, that impulse is beautiful, and you want to protect it even while you redirect what they're grabbing. The easiest thing you can do? Keep a basket of their toys near the door. When they want to grab something to greet you, they have options that are already approved. You get the full greeting ritual, they get to express their excitement, everybody wins. Now look, some of you are watching this and thinking, my dog never brings me anything. What does that mean? First of all, it doesn't mean your dog loves you less. Dogs are individuals. Some of them express affection by bringing objects. Some follow you to every room. Some make intense, prolonged eye contact that is either deeply loving or slightly unnerving depending on the day. Some just lean against your leg and stay there. They all have a language. Object gifting is just one dialect. But if your dog used to bring you things and suddenly stopped, that's worth paying attention to. Not in a panicked way, just in a, hey, let me check in on my dog kind of way. Changes in behavior, especially in affectionate behavior, can sometimes signal that something's up. They're not feeling well, something in their environment has shifted, or they're going through something emotionally. You know your dog. Trust what feels different. So now you know what's happening when your dog brings you something. What do you actually do with that? You receive it. Genuinely. When your dog brings you something, make eye contact. Accept the object even if it's a soggy tennis ball or a leaf. Say something to them. Tell them it's wonderful. Tell them they're wonderful. Because in that moment, they're being vulnerable with you in the most pure, wordless way they know how. You don't need to make a big production of it every time, but being present for it, actually receiving the gesture instead of absently taking the object without looking up from your phone, that matters to them more than you realize. These small moments are how your relationship with your dog deepens without you even trying. It's not the big, expensive trips to the dog park or the fancy toys. It's the 2 seconds where you look at your dog holding a random pine cone and you say, "Oh wow, is that for me? Thank you so much." And you mean it. That's the whole thing. That's the relationship. So the next time your dog comes trotting towards you with something in their mouth, a toy, a sock, something completely unidentifiable, you now know what's really happening. They're not being weird, they're not being random, they're doing the most loving thing they know how to do. They are bringing you something because you are worth bringing things to. And if that doesn't make you want to go squeeze your dog right now, I don't know what will. If you love this video and you want more of this kind of content, subscribe. It genuinely helps and you'll never miss a video. Drop a comment below and tell me the most random thing your dog has ever brought you, because I know some of you have stories and I want to read every single one of them. I'll see you in the next one.